Be yourself. Sack what everyone thinks. Do you. Force it on others. Shove it down their throat. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. But yo, I'm back. So Delicious is back. I said I will be. If you didn't believe me, that's on you, to be honest, because I've got shit to say and I'm gonna say it, goddammit. Today's video, ka-ching, is about compromising who you are to fit in. Now, look, we've all been guilty, you know what I mean? You're in a situation that you really want to be in, and then someone goes around and says, oh, you know, gaming is stupid. And you're like, oh, I don't game actually anymore. I don't play games anymore. Yeah, that's like in my past. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Stop. Cut it out. Be yourself. But that's very broad, very basic, very general. Let me break it down for you why that's bad for your future self. I switched schools a lot growing up, okay? So it was very hard for me to maintain a solid friend group. It wasn't until like maybe year 9 when I was able to finally settle down and stick and build relationships with some people the same age as me and actually develop a friend group. You know, growing up, I realized that I didn't really belong to a set group, but that's because I hadn't found my people. And that'll be the mantra of this video. Human beings, one of our innate desires, one of the things we strive for is bonding with others, building relationships, and in general, belonging. If you ever did HSC 2014, 2013, belonging was a mad topic. You know, we all wrote essays about it and walked around the park memorizing them off our hand. You know, just me, probably. Never compromise your values for anyone. And as you get older, that becomes easier and easier to do because you have more wisdom. And reality is, wisdom is just healed pain. So the more you suffer in life, the more you kind of break out of your shell more than once, and then, you know, you're like, damn, this is really who I am. What the hell was I doing 6 months ago? And sometimes it's not your fault. Some people are better than others at being more stringent towards their personality, or being more open, or being more confident in who they are. And some people, like maybe me, you know, 5 years ago, don't have that capacity because, you know, you just want to fit in. But you realize that it is in your best interest to not have that internal conflict, and to just be patient and embrace solitude, embrace the grind, embrace loneliness, whatever the hell you want to call it, some TikTok term, and just be yourself and trust the process that you will find your people, whether that is a relationship, whether that's a friend group, whether that's a job that you really want to be into. Do not compromise your values for anyone. Because I've been reading a book called Atomic Habits. I finished it, and it took me back to a book I read back in the days when I was at uni called The Craving Mind. And in that book, they talk about how dangerous group thinking is in developing bad habits. And let me break it down for you. If you're someone that really loves Marvel movies, okay, and you're hanging out with a group that doesn't love Marvel movies, you're just gonna half the time suppress your love for Marvel movies just so you can fit in. And what happens is this group thinking is gonna drag you forward, and your external self is with these types of people, but your internal self isn't. And what happens is you have an imbalance between your internal and external self, and that imbalance will drain you. And it's only until you become older and you start experiencing more friendships, relationships, workships, or whatever you want to call them, that you start to realize that this drainage of your life force is actually detrimental to your growth. So you're going to be watching this and thinking like, okay, what the hell? Like, you're just telling me to be myself, and I've always heard that advice, but I don't know how to go about it, and, you know, blah, 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 blah. Here's the takeaway. Your intuition and your gut feeling is very strong. But on top of that, you have experiences that you've learned from in life, you have traumas that you've learned from in life, and you have memories that are good and memories that are bad. So what you need to do is sit down with yourself and think to yourself, do I have a friend group that shares similar interests to me? It doesn't have to be everything. You're going to disagree with people. Even in a relationship, you're going to disagree on certain stuff. But your core values, stuff like, you know, do you feel okay being yourself and having your own hobbies separate to whoever you're with at the same time, and being comfortable in that position? If you feel like you are suppressing a side of yourself that you don't want to suppress, if you feel like there's an imbalance where, you know, the personalities don't match, if you feel like there's something you really want to do, but you're shy of doing it, that's a sign to get out. If you don't have all these signs and stuff like that and these triggers, then you're in a healthy dynamic, whatever you have going on. But soon as you feel like there's even an inch of shyness or nervousness or you know, a feeling of wanting to suppress a certain hobby or a certain value or a certain view or a certain word, that's when, you know, alarm bells should start ringing. Learn it from me, trust me, I've been through this shit, man. I've been through this shit from back to front. Bro, it'll drain your life force and you don't want that. Be yourself, sack what everyone thinks, do you, force it on others, shove it down their throat. No, I'm joking, don't do that. But like I'm saying, be yourself, find your people, be patient, embrace the grind, embrace loneliness if it's what you're going through, because trust me, in those periods where you're by yourself in your own head, growing, reading, hustling, training, these are the most elevated periods of your life, and these are the periods that will promote the most growth. When I was at university for 3 years straight, every Friday I wished I had someone to just have a hot chocolate with, but I didn't. But I didn't go out and just grab anything, because when you're hungry, you grab the wrong things off the shelf. You need what you need, not what you want. And trust me, that applies in real life. Don't go out there trying to fill the void with someone that's not good for you. Don't go out there trying to fill the void with a crew that's not good for you. Be patient, look for your people, develop yourself, grow yourself, and never compromise. All right? So P signing out.